Good morning, you guys. Today's video is going to be a cleaning through anxiety and depression video, and also just when you feel unmotivated to clean. I am going to have a lot of cleaning motivation and decluttering in this video, but also just talk about what I've had going on. I don't know if anyone else out there can relate, but I felt the need to make this video because the world just feels upside down for the past 3 years, and I also just experienced a very profound loss in my life 6 months ago. We're almost at 7 months, and I don't even like saying that, with my mother, and I'll get into that a little bit in the video as well. If you're returning, you already know what happened there. But I'm making this video because I realized that I stopped decluttering my house about 3 weeks ago, and the reason, even subconsciously, that I wasn't thinking of is that I can't face some of the drawers in my house. There are two main cabinets and drawers that kind of just have stopped me in my tracks. One is in the kitchen right here, and it has all of my mom's hospice items in it. Everything from when she was first diagnosed to taking her home with me in hospice and everything that entailed with that, as well as any estate work because I was the power of attorney. So I have been avoiding that like the plague, but it's in the middle of my kitchen and I need to just bite the bullet and clean it up. I also have another cabinet that people had dropped off when they found out, photos of her, little mementos, not even so many, and they were doing the right thing. It was very sweet of them, but I could not face looking at them all. So I need to clear both of those out because I also know that that is what she would want. I know she would want me to get my kitchen back and not have these items clogging up my cabinets and not be remembering her that way. So I decided today's the day that I'm going to do it, and I'll talk more as I get started. So let's do it. Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. So like I said, today is a depression cleaning motivation video. For anyone who's dealing with anxiety, I do find cleaning to be therapy a lot of times, and this is the drawer in question that I was having trouble opening, and I will get more into that in a bit. I put on a red shirt because red was my mom's favorite color, and I debated even filming this because it is personal and emotional, but maybe it will help somebody out there, or maybe it will help me. I put on Freebird because that was my mom's favorite song. She actually always told us before she passed to have a party to remember her and play Freebird. So whenever I'm doing something that reminds me of her, I tend to play that song. And it just represents kind of her free spirit in a lot of ways. So going into decluttering this, when my mom was on hospice, my house kind of just got taken over. I'm sure someone is nodding if they've been through something similar. If you actually take care of someone in your own home that is very close to you, and while you simultaneously have children that you're raising, it is very difficult. And I needed to just put things in different spots. I didn't realize how much paperwork I would have coming my way. I didn't realize, all the medical supplies and just things like even monitors that I would need to, make sure that she was all right, and different electronics so that she could communicate with me easier than a phone. And I just had all of these things, and notebooks of information put in there. And so a lot of my other drawers then just became a mess because, it's the domino effect. One drawer becomes a mess, you got to put the other things somewhere, and here we are. So I didn't even realize that subconsciously I didn't want to continue cleaning the kitchen, just because I guess I knew somewhere that I would have to face doing this drawer. But it felt really great to finally start moving on from that, getting my regular life back. I never would have thought that my kitchen would become a spot to hold medical supplies to take care of my mom. If you are new to my channel, my mom passed away in July of breast cancer, double breast cancer. And
She passed away pretty quickly. It went from diagnosis to her passing in 3 months. So it was a very long 3 months, though, because everything happened so fast and she required so much care. So I had stuff in here, and I also had some things upstairs that I haven't gotten to yet. But I felt really good doing this. Just you could see these two bottom drawers weren't bad at all. And this is just the starting process of me decluttering. I just first wanted to clean everything out, at least get some organizing that I wanted done in here, and then I could move on from there. But yeah, when you are going through things like this, it kind of is shocking that you can't face certain things. I feel like I took care of so many different things, but this drawer just wasn't one of them. And John had even offered to go through the drawer for me and, sort through it and take out the things that I might not need. And I couldn't let him, just because I was the estate holder and power of attorney, and I was afraid he might throw away a memento that he wouldn't know meant something to me. So going through this, it's really amazing when you're going through the grief. It brings you back to that time period when you're looking at certain things and what you were going through and how you were processing it at the time versus, now 7 months later. And one thing I wanted to touch on that I really found so shocking was that I didn't want to face the monitor that was in this drawer. My mom was upstairs in our ensuite, and I was obviously downstairs with my daughter. I have a 2-year-old named Maddie, if you're new. And I had a moment, probably about a month before her passing, not even a month, it was probably a week before her passing, where she really required to be watched just because she was immobile at that point. And I remember it was probably just a couple days before her passing, and I had finally gotten my daughter to sleep, and I had finally gotten my mom situated with all of her medical needs. And I had plopped down on the couch in complete exhaustion, and I had two monitors next to me. One of my daughter's, one to watch my daughter, and one to watch my mother. And it hit me like a ton of bricks, like, oh my goodness, I am now the adult. Not that I haven't been living an adult life for the past, 10, 15 years, but there was something to be said about the fact that I was now the mother. I was now not only the mother, I was the mother and the daughter taking care of her mother. And it shocked me to my core that I kind of realized that I was never going to be mothered again, that I was never going to have that sense of security. And I think that is why I was avoiding this drawer so much, because it dredges up those feelings, and it dredges up everything you did to keep them comfortable and becoming an overnight nurse, and it not being something that you want to do, but of course something you would do for someone you love. And I think I just felt the need to say that because I think when you're going through any kind of anxiety, it's really easy to keep pushing it away. But I will say that I felt so much better after I started tackling this. It was like facing it, feeling it, and I really just personally believe the only way to get through the grief is just to feel it, even if it feels really bad. So it felt like I was kind of erasing some of that trauma that I went through. I definitely would consider it trauma, and how quickly and abruptly it started taking her, and the shock that went with it, and being able to start focusing on remembering her how she was, which is what I really want to do. So I decided just to start organizing everything. I put some coffee in the top drawer and then put some of my microfiber cloths into the middle drawer. I left the third drawer open just that I'll add some of Maddie's arts and crafts. That way she can just grab and go with things. And then next, I moved on to my living room where I had those mementos. And, I also had a lot of different toiletries and things in these drawers that I didn't expect. But again, when you're running up and down the stairs to take care of a 2-year-old and your mom, I needed to have easy grab and go access for things. So the drawers just became a total cluster. I had just basic necessities in here that I could grab for her, grab for myself really quickly. And this drawer right here is where some of the mementos were and some of my mom's electronics. So I also needed to clean up my regular everyday hot mess of a house. My daughter is a little tornado, but I wouldn't have it any other way. She has a blast. We had just gone to Target and got some new toys. So I was just putting everything away and just putting the couch back together before I started vacuuming and then moving on to decluttering and organizing that chest.
I'm somewhere in the middle, try to find myself again. But life is one big riddle of the future and what's been. Guess it's the way it goes, and I will never know why you let me go. Look to the left, look to the right, nothing can stop me in the night, like I am leaving all the bad stuff and trying to remain so strong. I know it's good if I'm alone. I got it, I gotta go, 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 running to better times. Go, 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 from my emotions I'll go, 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 running to better times, to better times, to better times, to better times, to better times. To better times, to better times, to better times. Remember I was laughing in all the photos that you took, but now it looks like acting, like we were fiction in a book. Guess it's the way it goes, and I will never know why you let me go. Look to the left, look to the right, nothing can stop me in the night, like I am leaving all the bad stuff and trying to remain so strong. I know it's good if I'm alone. I got it, I gotta go, 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 running to better times. Go, 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 from my emotions I'll go, 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 running to better times, 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 to better times. I look to the left, look to the right, nothing can stop me, nothing can stop me in the night. Look to the left, look to the right, nothing can stop me in the night, like I am leaving all the bad stuff. Go, 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 running to better times. Go, 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 from my emotions I'll go, 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 running to better times, to better times, to better times, to better times, to better times.
So I will say, even just taking all of that out of the little drawer there, I mean, first of all, it's amazing that it all fits in there. But when you're throwing things in there, it just multiplies so quickly, I swear. But it felt good just to even clear it out. I was definitely feeling a lot of anxiety just emptying it out, but I will say that there is some relief after you do it. You feel like you're accomplishing something that you were almost afraid to do and facing something that you're never really ready for, right? So I was just putting all of the mementos aside, and I will show you a picture of my mom a little bit later as I get this all organized. Just to show you how long I had been putting this off, I had purchased a few bins for this area to when when I thought I was ready to declutter and organize it months ago. And they've just been sitting in a closet. And I was almost laughing about how long it took me to finally pull them out. But I had put them on top of that chest just so it was kind of in my face all the time. And I knew I just had to suck it up and do it. But I'm just throwing out a lot of the things that I don't need or were already half used. And a lot of the things that were just left over were just, basic lotions and different toiletries and such. So I decided to keep them out here just because we are still redoing parts of our bathroom. So I figured why not just get it organized how I want it, put it in the bins, and then it'll be super easy to transport into the bathroom when I'm ready. But I really do recommend, even if it's just a small piece that you need to clean up, whatever you're going through in your anxiety and depression, if you're feeling it, do a drawer or two. Don't make yourself feel like you have to do it all. There's still so much more that because of that time period that I still need to clean out. But just getting this part done felt like I was getting my life back together a little bit and that I was finding some normalcy that I'm craving so much while I'm going through the grief still. And just do what you can, So it's enough, trust me.
I'm just trying to get by. I don't know how you do it. Trying to keep you off my mind. I can't hold to it. You make it easy, but every time I fall back again. Tell me all the secrets, 'cause baby I can see the end. Don't slow down. I just need you to say you won't let go. I will keep my heart wide open. All I ask of you, baby, keep the fire burning. Come on, keep the fire burning. I keep losing track of time. I'm barely moving.
So, as I was going through some of the mementos and photos that people gave to me, I wanted to share this photo of my mother. I mean, come on, how effortlessly beautiful was she? I always felt that way about her. She just had this presence that people wanted to be around her. She was such a great natural conversationalist, and it's one of the things I miss her. I miss talking to her about nothing and everything at the same time. And I decided to make this video, the rest of this video, kind of just on how the next 2 days of my life were, because I really feel like I'm not sure how I like the word depression. I feel like depression isn't really the right word sometimes. I feel like we lost someone that was so important in our daily life, and we are just missing them and longing to talk to them. And depression really just comes from love. And so I want to continue just enjoying my life with my family. I feel like that's the best way I can honor my mom and the best way I can heal from it. So I included some clips here of me and Maddie cooking. The first night we made some banana bread. She's been super excited to bake with me. Yes, I'm still baking, if you can believe it. So I took the first night to just spend time with her, of course, and do what she wanted to do. And the following morning, I decided to cook for the whole family and have people come over, because I feel like some of the best healing is just being with the people that you still have in your life and that I'm so grateful for. So do whatever works for you, but being around my loved ones is what helps me heal the most.
You had me at alot. 'Cause where you go is where I go. I don't need nobody else. I got you, and you got me too.
Pour in there. Wow, great job.
One more
One
time.
more time.
I wanna do what you want to. We can leave and run away someday, someday. I've been saving you. You save me too. Yeah, I need it. Don't you need me too? 'Cause I need you. Yeah, so call me anytime that you need a favor. Call me anytime I can come and sit in you. Oh, oh. Call me anytime that you need a friend. And call me anytime when you're at a tight end. You, I got you, and you got me too. We can always make it through. What we do is what we do. I can take you anywhere, somewhere. We won't be scared. You will see me flying high.
Good morning, you guys. It is the next morning and I figured I would show you what I'm making for food again because I like to do something in the crock pot every Sunday. Sunday's my day to get it done because John is home always on Sunday, so we can have like a family dinner because sometimes he doesn't make it during the week, just depending on what we have going on. So, but Sundays I always make something in the crock pot. I'm going to make like a creamy chicken kind of Southwest chili. It's really good. It is with cream cheese, the rotel, a lot of different spices, and obviously 2 chicken breasts, and you just put it on the crock pot for about 6 hours. So I'm just gonna get that started and I'm going to serve some cornbread with it. So in the meantime, I have sent John out to get us some takeout. Is anybody else like this? I just feel like because I'm going to be in here cooking all day, I just want something quick then to eat for breakfast so that I don't have to make that too. But yeah, let me know if you guys like these kinds of ideas for recipes, and I'm going to get started. You're jumping. Hi, beauty. What do you got there?
So I don't know about you, but nothing makes me happier than watching this little girl grow up. She is so adorable and had to wear the same exact shirt. I had to wash it the night before. We're in that teenager phase where she wants what she wants and has preferences now, and it's super cute when she requests a specific item. But knowing that she's happy through all this just makes me feel like I'm doing something right. And I've really been loving cooking with her lately. It just is something fun that we can do together for all the years to come, and just reminds me of growing up with my family and being in the kitchen with my grandma when I was younger. And I really just want to pass down certain traditions and at least the few small recipes that I know that my grandma used to make, which I'll continue doing in the future. But for this day, when I was having about 6 people coming over, including my dad, which I was super excited just to have my dad come and stay with us for a little bit. I feel like that is always the funnest time when we're all together. And, you know, if one of us is going through the grief, then we can reminisce and have some fun. And we are starting to get things ready for our big backyard to enjoy the warmer weather. So I was really excited about all that too, and felt really uplifted that I got things cleaned out and that I was, you know, at least moving on the right track. So I decided to make this for everyone, and it's just 2 boneless, skinless chicken breasts, a can of corn, black beans, diced tomatoes with the green chilies, 2 cups of chicken broth. I threw in some bacon. I cooked the bacon beforehand. You'll see I actually forgot to add it and had to add it right here at the end. A packet of ranch seasoning, some cumin, chili powder, onion powder, and cheddar cheese, and a full block of cream cheese. So if you are interested in making that, I really recommend it. It was super good and everyone actually liked it. And I decided to put on some good music. John and I love listening to our country, love music when I'm cooking something good, and it just warms my heart that we have such a loving relationship. And I'm so thankful for that with him because if my mom had left me and I wasn't in a good marriage, I can just imagine how difficult that would have been. So I'm really thankful still for a lot of the things I have in my life, and I try to find the gratitude even when I'm missing her. So, moving into cleaning up this kitchen, it was a hot mess. All of these dishes from everyone eating, and I needed to wipe down the table, get my daughter's toys put away, and just do that regular, everyday kind of mom clean.
Looking for my mother's eyes as I'm staying close to the mirror. A lock of gold, a secret smile, little things I remember. Place a hand upon my heart as she was a believer. Sometimes I can feel her arms holding me as forever. Time changes everything, and everything will change in time. Love changes every heart, and any heart can change you. I see in you my mother's eyes, and I lay your head to my shoulder. A lock of gold, a secret smile. I will tell you when you get older. I place a hand upon your heart. Every beat is taking me over, and I will hold you in my arms. Pretend we'll stay here forever. Time changes everything, and everything will change in time. Love changes every heart, and any heart can change you. Je call, I fall. There's a legacy between us. We grow, we go, but in the middle, time changes everything, and everything will change in time. Love changes every heart, and any heart can change you.
I'm just finishing up by cleaning my dining room table off. It's always a mess. I just wanted to take a minute to thank everyone for supporting me, or anyone who chose to click on this video. I hope that you are all doing well, and I just really deeply appreciate the friendships and the support that I've made through this journey, and it's been quite the journey. So just finishing cleaning up here so that I could finally go relax and hopefully continue the healing process. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.